Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to Sunday Nights with those guys. Just give me a second to refresh my page so I can see the show in the chat room and mute the windows and do all of that stuff that you have to do now. Um, what's up, Phantom? What's up, Herman?
What's up?
Oh, that's right. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to Sunday Nights with those. Okay, I'm in. I have the chat room here. All right, we're broadcasting live.
Okay, I have.
Let's try this. Okay. We're watching. Elliot Franco's there, Jay Santiago. What's up, guys? And welcome to Sunday Nights with those guys. Tonight, hopefully it'll be a very, very informative night, only because there's a lot of rumors going around about DJI, what they're gonna do, what they're not gonna do. And I'll give my perspective on things, okay? And I say my perspective because other people may think different. What about you, Herman? I know you got some things to talk
As
about.
far as well, whatever the topic is, I'm ready to go.
Okay, cool. Well, it's still early. We got a little bit of time before people come in here. And how was your week, man? We didn't get a whole lot of flying in. I mean, I know I didn't.
I didn't, but the biggest problem that I'm really having right now is with this computer and some of the things that's going on and all these issues with this
You need to
hangout window.
call your computer tech.
What happened?
You need to call your computer tech guy.
Well, the computer tech guy that I have is not a very good listener. Because when you tell them that these things are temperamental, they're machines and they can shit the bed whenever they want to, he doesn't seem to understand that.
Well, you got to call the guy who built the computer. That's what I mean, not me. I'm an advisor. I'm a technical advisor. You could give me that classification. What's up, Paul? How are you, Paul? I actually have a link for you, Paul. Give me a second. Let me see. P. Mere. Right there. Let's see. Link. We'll get you in here. And for those of you who don't know, tonight we're going to have someone on the panel who hasn't been on the panel before, but they're a follower. They're also a YouTuber, and it's Mike Roche from Mike Roche Studios. So I told him to pop in about 15 after, 20 after, give him a chance to relax and set up, and also give us a chance to get people in here as well. Remote Pilots Australia, how are you, mate?
Hey,
I have
what's
no
up,
idea what time it is over there. Well, are you hold on a second. Are you asking, can you have my chips? You're asking for my potato chips. Yes, this is live. I'm blowing you. My daughter's asking me for my chips that I went to the store for. But yet, if I ask her to get me a bag of chips from the store, I should blow her up, right? I would put her on camera, but her hair is looking really rough. She looks like a little troll right now. So, yes, you can have them. Walk away. Stop. Nobody want to see your nails on camera. Oh, give it to her. Hey, mate. Here in the States, we put our child through hell before we give them what they want. I don't know how it's done down under. No, I'm just joking.
Well, check it out.
But I decided to put her on blast because she got on my nerves today.
Did you see that world's record speed test for the for drones? This guy.
I did see a racing drone speed test.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, and what numbers?
Racer X and his
Yes.
top speed with the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yes, I did. You might want to let these guys know what was happening with that.
Well, he actually broke the record, but the Guinness Book is not going to count it as far as breaking the record. But his original record was 163.5 miles per hour.
Hey, old guy in a drone. It was how much?
163.5 miles per hour.
Okay, now hold on. That same report that you have, because Guinness Book didn't record the actual speed, didn't it say the real speed
Well,
that
his
he hit was
actual time that he did this time was recorded at 179.6 miles per hour, but that's the one that they're not counting.
right? Because they have to average out a
Right.
series of runs, which I think is stupid. Because if you get 5 shots to do something, and in those 5 shots you take the highest number, I could see them averaging it out. That's for those scientists and geeks that say, all right, if it averages out at 169 point whatever miles per hour, I don't know. Never mind. Never mind, man. What's up, old guy in the drone? And remote pilots Australia. It's great being a father, and then you have those downs. But most of the time, it's great being a father. I agree with you. You say you're a father of four. Elliot Franco, Jay Santiago were the first ones here. Remote pilots Australia came in, and then we have old guy in the drone.
Hey,
Um, it's true. It's unbeatable, but a lot of times it's unbearable too. Is that magic call, Herman?
every week, every week, same two people.
Herman says the people that call when you hear his phone ring, it's just that they have they know when he's live, they know when he's broadcasting, and then they decide to call him. My son saved my
Yeah,
spark on Sunday. I knew I've been
here,
feeding him for a reason. See, he sounds like you, Herman. He says his son saved his spark on Sunday. He knew he was feeding him for a reason.
see what I'm saying? I get that message. Oh, you're live, right? Oh, I'm sorry. This is after I've sent the message out that I'm going live at 5.
She had to confirm. You know what? You should send her a link on your phone and tell her to come by and show you some love.
Yeah, okay.
I know. Anyway, that speed record of 169 point what, 4 or 3, whatever, what was it?
The speed, the
Yeah,
the new speed that he got.
yeah.
Oh, the new one that he had gotten was 179.6 miles per hour.
Wow, wow. Now think about it. That drone can go as fast as any car out there on the road, at least for the first 5 to 10 seconds. That's not bad. Elliot Franco, thank you so much for the super chat donation. Very
Thank
much
you, Elliot.
appreciated. Are you going to come in here later on, Elliot, or what, man? Because you're more than welcome. Let's see here. Just give me a one for you want to come in later or you want to come in now. There's no problem. I need to send out stuff. Paul Murray, I sent you a link and you guys can come in. Like I said, we're going to have Mike
Mike
Roche from Mike Roche Studios. And he's going to be in here on the panel, sort of come hang out with those guys on Sunday night. And there's a few reasons that I wanted to have him on here. It's not so much to actually interview him, but so much more so to hey Mike, Philly Drone Life. Here
Hey,
we go. Something tells me this is going to be a good show tonight, a good live stream.
how's
Mike,
it
I'm
going,
about
Paul?
to send you a link right now, but
Hey,
we
Herman,
will
how
have
you
a
doing?
guest. We
How's it
will have a
going?
guest coming in. Philly Drone Life, Mike Roche from Mike Roche Studios, and I have a bunch of questions to ask him. What's up, Paul? That did sound like you.
Hey,
Hey,
we got
Lawrence.
13 guys watching. Everybody, make sure you guys check each other out, support
And
each other, and
and
make sure
hit
you hit
the
that
like
like
button.
button.
And
That's
yes, hit
it.
the like.
That's
That's
it.
true. It's early now. It's real early. But Phantom Flight 101, before you got here, Paul was mentioning that they have a new racing drones top record in the Guinness Book of World Records of 169 point something miles per hour.
Oh, wow.
And we were just discussing afterwards that that's not actually the top speed that he hit. He actually did hit a speed of 179 point something,
Yeah.
but because they have to average out his runs, it dropped down to 169, which I think is kind of stupid. What do you think about that?
Well, what? Yeah, it is kind of stupid because line of sight still in effect at that speed. What do you blink your eyes and you're out of sight?
Right.
True. That's true. I mean, look at that. You may have fun in a football stadium
Yep.
because you'd need something about
Yeah,
that
but
big.
even at that speed, I'd have to sit down and calculate how many feet per millisecond or per second, that it is traveling, because
I
I
sent
would
you the
think
link.
that you'd almost have to be continually in a hard left bank turn in order to keep it in on a football field. Or
That's true. That's true. Okay? You might need something a little bigger, like a national park.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Well,
Hey, what's up, Tyrone Nicholson, and how are you?
I don't know how much distance the drone needs to pick up its maximum speed, but it all depends on the giving space.
Well, knowing what I know about racing drones, and I'm a noob, and I'm sure the racing drone nuts will probably watch this later and correct me, but this drone right here hits 45 miles per hour, 45 to 50 miles an hour. Okay. This one here can hit 50 to 55 miles per hour. So to do 100 two times faster than that, and I'm just learning how to fly, like you
yeah,
said, Paul, I'd be wondering how the hell are they controlling that thing at that
yeah,
speed?
yeah. I was
And you
I was I was watching a video of a guy with an X class. You know how fast they go.
come on in, Philly. I sent the link. Yeah, go
And
ahead, Paul.
in the X class, and he was flying at 126 miles an hour, and he was out in farmland, and he
Hmm.
was going from field to field, and he was only flying in a straight line for just 6 seconds before he had to turn it around.
Yeah, I could believe it. I
It
could
went
believe it.
it went from 0 to 126 miles an hour in about 3 seconds.
Those X class drones are scary because they call them X class because you could build something the size of this red one here, and that would be considered an X class.
Yep,
Okay, now keep in mind they're using anywhere from 10 to 15-inch props. Those
yep,
are the same size props you put 15-inch props you put on an Inspire.
yep, exactly.
Now think about these props generating all these RPMs. They pretty much have four plane engines on them.
Yep.
So I can
Yeah,
I can see them hitting those top speeds
yeah,
easily.
and Lawrence, the motors are like this big. They're just like 4-inch motors.
Hmm.
Yeah. Hey, what's up above and beyond global drones? Anyway, wait. Um, I'm just trying to keep track of the conversation and the chat room. I had almost 80 miles an hour out of an Inspire and a good tailwind.
Okay.
It was stimulating.
Now I've
Well,
seen that before on the YouTube video a guy did in some wind. He had it up a pretty good high in the air, and he had the wind at his back, and he
yeah,
got that Inspire 2 up to some good speed.
I
Yep.
could believe it. I could believe it. Philly Drone Life. I sent you the link, bro. You can come straight on in. You don't have to promise to behave, dude.
Oh,
It's
also, Lawrence,
it's
uh,
just go ahead,
Val
Paul.
Val called me from her car. She's heading home. She says, "Tell Lawrence she'll check in when she gets home." So,
Okay, so let me go and send her a link before she gets home and comes in here. And I
because
don't want.
she said to
Okay,
me, she says, "You make sure you tell Herman and Lawrence that I'm racing home right now." I said, "Okay."
that's good. Now, hey, what's up, Rick Halver? Is there anyone in the chat room or anyone watching that lives in the Chicago, Illinois area? Because if there is an event going on. Hold on, I'm trying to pull it up now so I can
Yeah, that
explain.
event is taking place from the 29th to the 2nd of May
Yes,
uh, in Chicago.
at
And it's
some
supposed to be at the what is that? I had it down here somewhere.
off C X potential. It's
It's
someplace. It's called DJI at AUVSI X
it's at the it's at
potential.
the it's at the McCormick Place in Chicago.
Yes, yep, that's a
Okay.
big convention center. Yep.
Well, from what I understand, it's going to be. Yeah, I do see it right here. I was trying to pronounce the actual event, but DJI is supposed to be having a lot to do there at the event. I don't know what they have planned. I
Well,
didn't hear
they
anything
have a
about that.
booth.
Well, yeah, yeah. You say DJI is going to be there, and people are going to come just hoping to see something new. But if you're in the Chicago area, it's in the McCormick Place in Chicago, Illinois, and it's from the 29th, April 29th to the May till May 2nd. If you live in that area, stop by, let us know what happened, take some pictures. We can always oh, here we go. Stop sharing. We can
Oh,
always want to hear and find out what's going on. Um,
yes.
Anything interesting? How was your week, Paul? Because we're actually waiting for Mike Roche to come in.
Yeah.
Okay.
The No, I just got done. I flew a ship today, and I was tracking a ship, and then I got editing the ship that I already did, and the other ship blew past by before before I got done. So
So you missed one.
yeah, because it's beautiful blue sunny skies here now with no wind.
Okay.
Well, it's funny. It's cloudy as hell outside, but no wind. And we've literally had crappy weather here in New York for a couple
Yeah.
of days.
Well, we're supposed to have rain now until next Saturday.
Okay, Mike Roach says give him 5 minutes. That's cool. Take your time, buddy. We got
Also,
till 7 p.m.
Lawrence,
What's
also don't forget that June 27th, that they're gonna have the expo, the drone expo in Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Oh yes, Paul.
For those of
Yes,
us
yes,
who are in the Northeast, might
yes.
want to hit that up and see what's going on out there.
Those
We're
guys will
probably
be
going to
there.
invade that place and get a fly on there while we're there.
Exactly. Those guys will be at that drone expo. In fact, we found out about that drone convention in Atlantic City, New Jersey. When did I post that? Maybe about 2 months ago.
Yeah.
I posted it, and it's in June, on June 27th. That's how interested we are now. We have a guy in our group, in our group, NYC Five Borough, that is going to have a hotel room there. And he was like, "Hey, sure, you guys come on by. We can charge batteries and stuff like that." But if Herman and I could get a room there, I can guarantee you we'll be there from Thursday till at least Saturday night. And after the convention, I know for sure we're going to fly.
I don't know
So
about you, but if I'm getting to get out there for the weekend, I'm going to stay till Sunday.
now you know what?
If I'm going to be allowed to go
If you're
without
hey, what's up? EBR FPV. If you're
without
gonna
any
stay till
flack,
Sunday, well, if you're gonna stay till Sunday and I'm with you, my hands are tied. I can't leave.
Yeah, exactly.
So
So
let
he's saying, please, Herman, I'll ride with you. Please, Herman.
right. We were trying to plan that out so that we can both go there and get the hotel room. And we already invited a lot of members from the NYC Five Borough Drone Meetup from the Greater New York NYC Drone Group, which Elliot is the CEO of. Hey, what's up, Drone Obsessed Jerry? How are you guys? Chris Hope,
You
what's up?
you
Please
might
support each other.
it might even be better for you guys to plan a bus trip, charter a bus, and get everybody buying tickets rather than have everybody to find a parking place and everything else.
Well, here's the deal. We had thought about that, Paul, but what it actually came down to is some people aren't reliable. And I don't want to be standing there waiting for a bus and people are paying cash now because for a bus, you need money in advance to get
Yeah.
the bus. And a lot
Yep.
of people, especially in New York, like to wait to hold on to that dollar for that last second, man. They're
like
not
it's
letting
going to
go of
make
that.
babies.
What happened?
Like that dollar is going to make babies.
Hey, Janet Pickering. Hey, how are you? And welcome to Sunday Nights with those guys. But anyway, Mike Roche from Mike Roche Studios. Roger. Oh my God, I forgot Roger. How could I forget the Godfather? Please forgive me, Roger.
Forgot Roger?
I'm
Uh-oh.
sending him. I'm sending him the link right now. And
Roger is in the house.
I'm
Can't forget
sending him a
Roger.
link.
He's the godfather of the
Yep.
drone chat community. So you're going to have to send him that extra bag this month.
I'm gonna have to pay homage to him when he comes in. EBR FPV. You got a lot of good videos, and I like that area where you fly between the trees, the line of trees, because I'm a noob and I would love to swallow between those trees there. But thanks for coming and checking us out. Oh, that's right. Elliot Franco has a bus. But Elliot Franco, are you willing to go there Thursday night and stay till Sunday night?
Probably not.
Because last time Jim, welcome to Sunday nights with those guys. Probably what's going to happen is we're going to wind up going. We announced it in all of these groups, and I believe only a handful of people are going to wind up going. But I let everyone that I could possibly know in the drone community. Welcome to come fly your spot. I don't, dude. Just by the landscape, I would say you're definitely nowhere near New York, EBR FPV. But I would love to.
Where is he located?
Yeah, where are you located at, EBR? All right, Roger, I sent the link. Philly Drone Life, I sent the link. So whoever else wants to come in, they can come in free reign, which is good. Now, before they come in, or while we're waiting for them to come in, hey, there's Roger. Roger, I
Hey,
apologize.
Roger.
I apologize. It's the godfather of drone talk channels.
No problem. I just got home, matter of fact. So,
Okay.
Paul, can you say something so I see if I can hear you?
Yeah. Hello. Hello.
Okay, good. I hear you. Phantom Flight 101.
Yes, I'm here.
Roger's audio pops out usually when other people join in, but that's when Roger's hosting. Maybe it won't happen this way, Roger.
Hi, Val.
And Val's rushing in.
We're on
I
the
can't hear
Canadian
Val, and I can't hear Phantom
Hello,
Flight
Val.
101.
Okay, hold on one
I'll be
second,
back.
guys.
No, it's my problem at my
Roger cannot hear Phantom Flight 101, but hey, Val, we're matching tonight.
end.
The blue one, look at that, the royal blue.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay. Everyone, thank you for coming to Sunday nights with those guys. We have a few things we're going to talk about before Mike Roche gets here. There's some drone news. I'm not trying to be like that droner dude. I'm no way in the world trying to be like him. I don't claim to be like him, but to be honest, when he was doing drone news, he was doing stories that were too short and he didn't have a panel. His loss. So
Yeah.
we're doing it our way here on Sunday nights with those guys. And there's a topic. Well, here's something. I'm going to go to that page first.
Chocolate mint.
Chocolate Mint, welcome. The AMA, you guys know who the AMA is, right? The
Yep.
AMA here is
Yep.
the American Models Aeronautics Association, and they suggest that you join the AMA group anywhere in the United States. You're insured up to $2 million, provided you can prove it wasn't your fault.
Well, it's liability coverage.
Right. Okay. And then there's the CTA, which is the Consumer Technology Association. Now, what they do is, excuse me, what they do is any electronic device that is sold to you, the public, they have a say in where it gets sold, how it gets sold, and how it gets used, whether the FAA is involved, whether the FCC is involved. They can make or break your product. And they seem to have gotten together with the AMA. And this is from a link on Drone Life. And this is something else that that Droner didn't do. And I wished he did. And was actually show the page. Hold on a second. So people could go along and see that I'm not making this stuff up. But this is the page right here. It's on dronelife.com. It says the AMA and Consumer Technology Association had their first meeting to discuss recreational drone pilots. And the reason they're doing it is because the CTA, the Consumer Technology Association, has noticed that everybody is going commercial. Everyone is saying hell with the hobbyists. And the CTA is saying, well, if you say the hell with the hobbyists who are buying all of these drones, it could crush or break certain drone companies because the hobbyists are going to stop buying. And us hobbyists and recreational flyers are the ones that buy more drones than anyone else in the world, professionally or whatever class that may be. But to the point I'm trying to make is these guys met and they were saying that Regulations for recreational drone operations should be easy for the public to understand and rigorous enough to ensure safety. We are proud to have had the first meeting of stakeholders to help the Federal Aviation, the FAA, to this exact approach. And basically, they're telling the FAA, with all this commercial use out here, you guys have to have something for the consumer, the prosumer. And
There we
I
go.
think finally,
Hey, Mike Roche, how's it going?
hey, what's up, Mike? I
Hey,
think that
get
the
it.
drone
You got good audio on me?
yes, we
Very
can hear
good.
you fine.
Cool.
We can hear you fine. And I honestly believe that now they're starting to consider us hobbyist flyers. And it's very important because with Amazon, Google just got permission to use a fixed wing drone for delivery. And I want to see how that works because after a fixed wing lands, how do you get it back?
Well,
But
I
that,
always thought that they thought about the consumer. If you check it out,
Mike, how you doing, Mike?
when you
Hey,
look
Roger.
at
I'm
what
gonna have to pop out again. Come back.
was that? I think it was they were trying to come up
But I
with
still can't hear Phantom.
airspace.
Dang it. Okay.
They were coming up with an airspace just for
hobbyist.
hobbyists. They always thought about the hobbyists. The problem, like I was always telling you, if you notice that some of the places that we flew before, you can't fly right now, and there's issues with guys flying in those areas, depending on the whatever firmware or you're on or whatever's going on with your device at the time.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, with the geofencing and these drone manufacturers complying with all of it, you're going to be squeezed into a park. And this is what comes into play. But like I said to you before with the AMA, you know, we have these airfields, and we all know of Calvert Vaux here in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And many guys fly from Calvert Vaux. But it's only the AMA guys that actually fly from the airfield, whether they be flying fixed wing planes, helicopters, or drones. The guys, most of the guys that come over there, and I know guys from, you know, from 5 boroughs, period, they go over there and fly, but they're not AMA members, and they just don't want to join.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
honestly,
And how much is it a year to join the AMA? How much?
What, $750 to $75? If they really get serious with this, you won't be able to fly, period. Because if you don't want to comply with flying in the rules of that park, you won't be flying there. So this.
Hey, what's up, Mike? We see you. Mike Roche. Welcome to Sunday Nights with those guys. Philly Drone Life, welcome.
Hey,
Paul, Mary, Val, all of you guys, welcome to the channel. But I asked Mike Roche specifically to come on Sunday Nights with those guys because he made a video. He did a James Bond themed video that I thought was really cool. Ken Herron, and I say Ken Herron out the side of my mouth like this, had showed it. And I love Ken Herron, but he had showed Mike's video on there, and I was like, Mike Roche, how did he get his hands on your video? He just saw it. What was happening? What's up, Justin?
What's up?
Yeah, I sent it into him at his email link there.
Okay.
You can send him YouTube links, and you got to keep them short because he's not going to play 4 minutes or something. But he used about, I don't know, a minute and a half of my video. So that was pretty cool.
Okay. And I did not see when he had showed it, but everyone was telling me, yeah, Mike Roche video, James Bond, because I just saw it the other day.
Right.
And Herman was telling me, that he had saw it. I was like, yo, this is pretty cool. He got the James Bond theme going, and
I saw that when Ken aired it.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was just out in the driveway with the iPhone, and me pulling out of my garage and saying hello to who. I don't know if you want me to say her name.
I don't. It matters not.
Pussy Galore.
Okay.
Pussy Galore. I know her.
Yes,
and it was just, I love James Bond stuff, and that was all fun. But I just wanted to show, some of the ways, not all the time, but some of the things I've rigged up for me to be able to hold my controller and to pick my quad up off the ground if I need to, because I use a wheelchair from a spinal cord injury, and I also have finger dexterity trouble. So but using the controller is easy once it's attached to my chair. So I rigged up something, and I was just showing everybody.
That was
Philly Mike
totally-
actually got me to make
totally
that.
your idea to say I could use this clamp and this wire and this bar, and then you configured that. You should patent that, man.
Yeah, those
Seriously.
super clamps from Manfrotto, those things are awesome. And then they have like these extension bars and like a round head with several sockets in it, so you can put it a tripod head on any way you want. And once I figured it out, it was pretty simple.
All right. Well, all of you guys on the panel, don't sit there like you're in school and shit, man. You can cut in and talk here. You're on the panel to talk and discuss.
What's
and ask
up,
questions.
Mikey? What's up, Mike? Hey, first of all, hey guys, thank you. Whew. I was so worried I wasn't allowed to talk.
Now I got audio problems again. I can't hear Mike.
Oh no, you need to
And
hear
that's
me.
unusual.
Right.
Try,
that is
hold on. Try refreshing your Hangouts window.
All right, let me
Can't
check.
hear it.
Mike, just talk louder.
That's hard to do, Val. That is hard to do.
Let him try refreshing. Roger was having problems because every time someone came in, he would lose audio. And I think Google Hangouts is slowly reaching their limit, which is thus another reason why, Herman, we need to move to OBS and Skype.
Mm.
All Mary, Val, you guys have Skype accounts?
I see it's acting up.
I do.
Mike is back. Mike is back. Can you
Right.
hear? Can you hear Philly now? Say something.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. He can hear me. I see the smile. I see the
I know that
smile.
voice.
Yeah. Hey. Hello,
Mike.
everybody. Yeah. Hey, Michael. Thank you for that, because I was talking to Michael on the phone one night, and I was asking him. He was telling me his issue, and I was asking him, well, how do you fly? I mean, how do you touch the controls and all? And he's like, oh, I do this and I do that. I said, dude, you got to show me, because I can't get it. And he sent me a picture of what he does. And I had said, Mike, I says, you have to make a freaking video of that. Oh my God, that's so cool. He's like, no. I said, please make it. And it's getting so much attention. I'm so glad he went through the work and did that, because he even got a guy who had a similar problem like his. Get in touch with him and sub his channel, and it.
That's good.
Yeah, actually, a guy with Lou Gehrig's disease.
There's. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, a guy with Lou Gehrig's disease who also has trouble holding his controller. Checked it out, so that was pretty cool.
You
Yeah,
know
that
what?
really is.
To be honest, Mike, I personally think you should be the spokesperson for all people who want to fly a drone. Seriously. No, seriously, because when you told me you were in a wheelchair, I knew you were in a wheelchair, and it's for something positive. Because just like they came out with the wheelchair that allows you to talk and things like that and move around, like Stephen Hawkins had, a lot of people want to fly drones that are in wheelchairs.
Right.
Yep.
And your video is going to get out there a lot. A lot of people are going to see that video. I hope your ass is monetized, and if not, you got to work hard to do it.
I don't even have 1,000 yet.
No, don't worry about it. You get on live streams like Val's show. You get on Thursday night with those guys. You get on Pusa Studios. You're already on Ken Heron's. Trust me, they will help you get to that point.
Oh yeah.
Work toward your hours.
Mike, I'm ready to interview you anytime you want to be interviewed.
Okay,
Mike.
Date, and I'll be there.
Mike,
Okay.
I must warn you. If you have any old videos that you don't want her to see, delete them now.
Don't listen to him, Mike.
No, all those are
You got any links to like your Facebook account where you shorts or something like that? You erase those pictures.
Delete
I
them.
got some Polaroids in the drawer. That's about it.
That's a good one.
Well, Val is so good, she'll even pull up your latest colonoscopy and show it.
Leave no page unturned, guys. Leave
No,
no.
she
Right,
does.
I actually do have those photos on my computer.
She does a very thorough research. She does very
Right.
thorough research because she pulled out my very first video, which was with a SEMA X8C, and nobody watches it, but she gave me the first view in years.
Comment. Woohoo.
Yeah, if you go all the way back on my page, my first video was 8 years ago, and the only reason I created a YouTube channel was because I bought this special bowling ball with a candle inside of it that is spring-loaded and retracts. And I put it up thinking nothing of it. But then when I got into drones in 2016, then all of a sudden, I'm putting up one video, this video, just for my family. And 2 months ago, I was like 30, 40 subscribers. Now I'm up at 216 or something like that.
Okay.
Congratulations.
So, the live streams are helping.
We're
And
going.
if I can just like add this pillow just a little bit, I got to tell you, Mike Roche, you are very inventive. And on your videos, that video you did with Philly and all, I watched that. I'm starting to really get into it because I'm getting ready to interview you. See, it's all in my mind how I'm working this. But you are very creative. So and you're a very nice guy. So it just makes it nice.
This is true. This is true. Justin, you're just going to sit there on the panel and not say
What's
nothing?
up, Justin? What's up, buddy?
Oh, you're Mikey number one.
I
I'm
was
Mikey number two.
watching a live stream once, and Mike and what's his name? The other guy there from Arco was on the.
Yeah.
They had me in tears.
Yes.
It was going back and forth.
Yeah.
I did hear, Mike, that you have sort of a twisted brain in there.
Yeah, I do. Are you talking about when I was sending Arco roses and kisses and all that?
No, when Mike Roche, when him and Arco were going back and jokes that night.
Yeah. I was destroyed. I was torturing him. Yeah. Oh, it was great. I would say anything, and then I'd look at his face. He'd look over at the phone, and then you see him like blush. We're like, oh God, he's got to stop. He's got to stop. And I'd say and do anything to get his impression. And I got him.
You guys, please support each other and click that like button. We have 26 viewers now, which is starting to scare me because it's starting to scare me now because I said with the night we hit 50 viewers, I would have to dance.
Let's get on there. I gotta make some calls.
Whether you're going in, coming out, or somewhere in between, make sure you hit that like because we get to watch a dance.
Well, just for that, I am very I have no rhythm. I have no rhythm, literally.
In the dance.
We got 27 so far.
Hey,
There you go.
Nina and Sean. Hey, don't. We appreciate all the views from you guys watching. Nina and Sean, welcome. Chocolate Mint, stop with the dancing characters because I do not know how to dance. So either that night.
Everyone, take a moment, call your friends and family down.
There's 26 people watching.
I think we're having transmission. I think we're having transmission problems. We might have to end the show. We're having technical difficulties here.
26 people watching. If you all call 2 people, he'll dance tonight.
Yeah.
No, we're not. I'm gonna have to.
Michael's over there texting his fiance, telling her to get over here.
That's it.
Matter of fact, let me run downstairs and turn the other computer on.
Cut it out.
Thing is,
Hey,
seven of the people are us.
I got 3 computers sitting right here, and I'm 4.
Don't make me crazy.
Have we heard anything about this DJI
Now, see,
event?
Val is sharing it.
say?
Val, hold on. Val, I saw that. You just shared this show. Cut it out.
Yep.
You're not supposed to see that. How did you know? I'm like,
Because we're friends.
come on, guys. Come on, all
Val
runners.
shared. Oh my goodness.
Drone Evolution, is that you in the panel?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to I'm going to go back and make sure I got you.
No
Yes,
problem.
please subscribe to everyone. Chocolate Mint, everybody, Nina and Sean. Well, everybody that's here, can someone else see who's in it, everyone in the chat room? Because I only see a limited amount of people.
Mitch, old guy in the drones here.
Yeah, Mitch is a great guy.
Palladian scientist, UFO builder, welcome.
And
Yeah,
If someone wants to mention who's in the chat room and who's not, things like that. I need to go over a few windows here. So if you can give me a few seconds and entertain these guys.
Justin, you were saying something?
Yeah.
Lawrence is trying to cancel our efforts to get him to the dance floor.
Hey, Mr. Weedy. Hey, what's up, guy? How are you? To be honest, Mike Roche, I heard you were a cool person, and I see I've just started watching your videos and stuff. What I've been doing now, and it's hard to do when you have 3,000 subscribers, but you try to go to people's pages and just say, hey, this is a nice video, nice job. You try to encourage people, something Casey Neistat doesn't do. And with all of his millions, he could afford to pay people in a building
Right.
You can say that again.
on to his subscribers.
Yeah.
Okay, but he doesn't. Anyway, the point, hey, what's up, RC Hobbies? The point I'm trying to make is you have a good channel. I think that James Bond video should be blasted all over the internet. Seriously.
Amen. Amen to that.
And you need to get monetized for that and patent that device.
Yeah.
Patent that device, dude.
Right.
Because you know how it is.
Deal with Manfrotto, that'd be pretty sweet.
But you know what? When people see things on the internet, then they get the idea, hey, I could create that. Let me check and see if there's a patent for it. And you'd be surprised. There may be something similar to what you have, but the fact that it holds a drone controller makes it that much different.
Yeah.
It's something no one else is doing because you don't have to be handicapped to use it.
Absolutely.
Right.
Well, hey guys, that's what I liked about it. I wasn't even looking at the freaking handicap part of it. I was being selfish. I was like, look at this guy. He don't have to. It's hands free, man. And that's and I'm starting to think, wow, that'll make me a better flyer. And so yeah, it has nothing to do with being with a handicap. I totally agree with that. It's a hands-free device. The only thing is you need a chair. And I even like that part. Now I don't have to walk. Get me the freaking wheelchair too. I like that.
Hey guys, really quick, I just want to say hi to a couple guys. Rick Halbert's in the house, Mr. Weedle. We have Canadian Drone Hub, old guy in a drone. UFO Builder, I'd say it all, but I don't know how. RC VK. Let's see, we have Drone Pool, yay! Old guy in drone, already said him. Of course, Novice Quads, he's on the panel because it's his live stream. Above and Beyond Global Drones. Legwork, I love legwork. And on the panel, we have Justin, who is New York. No. Don't tell me. It is Evolution.
There you go.
I know.
It looks more like Isaac Hayes to me.
Mike.
Isaac Hayes.
Mike. He's part inventor during the day and 007 at night.
Right.
We have Herman, the sweet Herman. You have Novice Quads, Paul, and Philly.
Thank you, Al.
Hey, legwork. And welcome.
Now, before everything got crazy, Justin, you were saying something before?
Yeah, I was saying what happened to this DJI event. Nobody knows any information. It's a lot of information that's just being thrown out there. Like everyone's saying the Phantom line is over, but
well, it's funny you wanted to talk about that.
Yeah,
because there's
a Phantom.
There's a guy on Facebook, actually on YouTube, that took some words and he did like the media, and he kind of twisted it around and made a video, and he's getting millions of hits off of it because he claims that DJI said that they were going to get rid of the Phantom series. Now, just because
to get those views,
right? To get those views. In other words, he used clickbait. He used clickbait. If I titled the show "Roger's Dancing Tonight," $20 a minute, I would have thousands of people in here. It's all clickbait. You understand? But
You know, it's funny with the. I'm sorry, Val. Go ahead.
go ahead, Mike.
I thought I read something that just said that they're not getting rid of it.
Well,
They're
there
still,
is.
the guy is saying they're going to keep it.
I have a link here. Okay, it's a website called The Verge, and actually, what they are saying on here, and they have actual wording that they are denying the fact that they're getting rid of the Phantom, but yet they're still not making any more parts for it. And that's what's scary because if you're not discontinuing something, why are you not making any parts? And this page here says DJI denies that it's discontinuing its iconic Phantom drones, but the Phantom 4 has all but vanished, and the Phantom 5 has reportedly been axed. That is what the other guy on the YouTube, I think it was Drone DJ, it's another website or whatever, but they go on to say that it's well more than a rumor that DJI's own director of public safety integration, Romeo Dersher, said as much on a podcast last month. Yes, the Phantom line, with the exception of the Phantom 4 Pro RTK, to come to an end. But DJI gave a rebuttal, and if I scroll down to the bottom of the page here, the guy asks if you ask me, it's a little weird that DJI would still have a part shortage 5 months later after they said that they weren't discontinuing the drone, and somehow.
Well, Lawrence, can I stop you for a second?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I saw that interview with this guy, and I heard what he had said and his quick answer. And if I don't know if you saw what Bill, the drone reviewer, had said, that he had also spoke to him, and he had said that, but from what DJI is saying, somewhat that he misspoke.
Yes.
So,
yes.
you know, DJI still wants to hold on to that Phantom name and that line because that is their iconic, you know, brand symbol. You know, that's the drone symbol of the world right now.
Yeah, but the interesting thing is, Herman, they didn't clarify what part of misspoke did he misspeak, you know?
Exactly. You know, nowadays misspeaking means that I said something totally different and now I just want to clean it up.
Yeah.
And you know what? I would tend to want to kind of believe what he said about misspeaking. Someone's fiddling with their microphone. Anyway, I would kind of want to believe what the guy said as far as them discontinuing, because you know as well as we do, DJI has an employee named Ostilov on Twitter, and he has leaked pictures of the Mavic 2. He leaked pictures of the so-called Phantom 5 that they were making for a company or Saudi king in Saudi Arabia somewhere. That one Phantom drone with the interchangeable cameras and all of that was made for somebody really, really filthy freaking rich. Okay?
Well, you know what I wanted to tell you before. I also recently sent my drone back to
Mr.
DJI,
Crowley.
and they sent me back a whole totally different bird. So for them to not have anything, not have any parts.
But anyway, getting back to this report that DJI denies, they didn't exactly deny it, but in the article, DJI goes as far as to say, we never said we were coming out with a Phantom 5, so how could you discontinue something that we never said we were coming out with?
Yeah, I heard about that.
You know, here it is. Hold on. So you guys can see this, and like I said, I'm not trying to do like drone or anything, but had he done this on his show, on his live streams, I probably would have kept following him. All right. And that show where he's actually getting this stuff from. All right. And it says here in the pink, as for Phantom 5 rumors, we never said we considered making a Phantom 5 in the first place. So there's nothing to cancel. Now, if you ask me, that's real ballsy for a company that is #1 in the world to say, all right, we never said we were going to do it, so to hell with you. That's how I take it. And I don't think that's cool.
Think about it. Have they ever said anything about it? Like the Mavic 2, that they said they're going to announce the Mavic 2? They never really did.
Correct.
Yeah,
right,
but
that was a delay.
What
If you
happened?
remember those pictures that came out with these interchangeable lenses for the Phantom, DJI has been steering you away from that since those pictures leaked.
Yep.
They never said they were coming out with a Phantom 5. They never said that was a Phantom 5. They always steered you away from that from day one. They never did, and they're right. They never did say that there was a Phantom 5 coming out. The only ones who pulled out a Phantom 5 were the people who saw those leaked pictures.
Legwork in the room says, whenever I send something for repair, I always make marks on it with those UV pens, so you know they actually repaired. Well, Legwork, if they sent you your drone back, you got lucky, dude. Because everyone that I know that has returned a drone to DJI, they've put little hot marks with a soldering gun in it.
You don't even
All
have to do
kinds
that. You can see the serial number.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
You got to relink it and everything.
Now, Mike, you fly a Mavic, right? And,
Right.
and I understand it's because of portability and stuff like that. And have you ever flown anything other than a Mavic? What have you flown over the years? You said you.
Well, as Herman says, you know, a Phantom is portable as well, but it's all relative. You know, it's like I bought a Phantom in the beginning, and you know, it was great, but even the remote controller is huge for me. Yeah. And so when the Mavic came out, I saw Casey Neistat flying it, and I thought, man, I could use every button on there. I think so I ordered it, and I sold my Phantom to a friend of mine. But yeah, I got the Mavic 2 Pro, and I have the original Mavic and the Mavic Air.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, for the portability, I mean, it folds up so small and so lightweight that you know, you just can't beat it.
And also, I wanted to compliment you on your editing skills, because there was a video that you did, and the track that you used, maybe to the average person would have been a simple track, but it was actually complicated music. And to edit music to edit video to complicated music, I give you a hands up for that one, because it was very impressive, I must say.
Well, that was the theme.
Go ahead,
theme
Mike.
to The Sopranos.
What happened?
That was the theme song to The Sopranos.
Oh wow! See,
so I
now,
was copying the open of The Sopranos. If you ever watched The Sopranos,
but you know what? I've watched maybe 2 episodes of The Sopranos.
Yeah.
I've never watched that one with all the dragons and stuff out now. I've never watched an episode of that. I've never watched Walking Dead. I don't watch a lot of TV, and it's basically because I'm so busy trying to grind on YouTube and social media and stuff like that. And Val, you know how it is, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I like a couple of things, but find the time between all this stuff. It's you can do one thing. You can be really great at YouTube, or you can watch TV. I'm sorry, that's what I kind of believe. There is
YouTube got me through the winter. You know what I mean? It's like, we have long winters up here in Syracuse, and it's like, man, television stinks.
It does.
You know, you're not the only one that I know, Mike. You're not the only one that I know from the Syracuse area. I mean, that flies drones.
Right, we got Centroid.
Yeah. That's who I remember. Centroid and 1 or 2 other people. You know what, Herman? It sounds like those guys need to visit Syracuse sometime this summer, man.
Yeah.
It's nice up here, man. We have beautiful summers.
Well, if you need a leisure pass to fly, we're definitely coming up there, because that'll be the only damn way we can get up there to fly. And how is it up there in Syracuse flying drones in compared to Southern New York urban flying?
It's not bad. You know, all the state park rules apply, of course,
right,
and all that stuff. But you know, I was flying. You saw the one I was flying right in the city proper, and supposedly it's a drone-free zone. And there's a hospital with a helicopter pad not too far. But I was able to fly, and a Syracuse cop, my nephew's a Syracuse cop, so I got to pass anyway. But, you know, they don't care about anybody flying a drone unless they're messing with somebody.
Okay.
And then when you get into the suburbs and all that, nobody really cares.
Okay, that's good to know. And now that you're back, Philly Drone Life, unmute your mic, dude. Because I'm gonna put you on the spot here in
Yeah,
front of
one
everybody.
second, guys. Let me get my. Yeah, I muted my mic because Mom just came home from Disney World, so she's kind of like screaming, and, "Oh, I'm here!" And okay, I'm
Okay, not a
outside.
problem. But
I'm sitting in my car.
I wanted to plan something with you, Philly Drone Life, coming up, and I need to be able to call you sometime during this week.
Yes,
Is that
sir.
is that possible?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Me, you, Herman, and or Justin would like to contact you and arrange those guys coming to Philly because we want to keep this like almost Mission Impossible type. If you found out about it, we're gonna have to kill you.
Not a problem. I'm best on Fridays. Uh, 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 I mean, if you, when were you wanting to come down?
No, 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 no. If we come down, it'll be on the weekend and
Okay.
it'll be early. We know you hold an early schedule.
Yeah,
You're up with the freaking baby birds.
before them. Yeah.
Yeah, my
You know,
daughter
so
just go off of her
I can
videos all
come any day. I just gotta wait for them for the weekend.
Okay. Yeah. Same here. Yeah. Whatever day is good. When do you want to call me? Whatever day is good for you, and I'll make
okay,
myself available.
I will make it so that I will actually call you tomorrow around 1 p.m. if that's cool.
Sounds perfect.
Okay, good. Now that you fired your manager, Paul, what are you doing these days, Paul?
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, they watched you, Michael, last night. That say you fired me.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, did I fire you? I don't even remember.
Yeah, yes, you did.
Yes, you
Okay,
did. Yes, you did.
I
On
did.
live stream. It's recorded.
Yeah,
It will
guys,
open
Hey,
live.
Paul, in
guys,
Mike's
give me a
world, you don't get
second here.
fired. You just go.
That's right. Mike Roche is my manager now. Sorry, Paul.
Yeah.
Listen, guys, listen to me. Oh my God. I mean, everybody on the panel knows me. You can't imagine what I went through to get to last night's show because I never did any. So I'm trying to prepare everything and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. I left my house without the freaking drone, without the most important part.
Doing
Wow.
real good. Doing real good.
Yeah. That's
Doing real good.
I don't even have a comment for that, Philly.
Let me
That's
tell
how
you.
fast your brain is going.
But let me tell you, guys. Let me tell you something. You all do live stream, so you know this feeling. So this is what I got when I got to the parking lot where I had already knew I was going to go, and because I had passed a few times, and there was, I mean, the video wasn't giving it any justice what it looked like, but the drone would have lit this space up like you cannot believe. So I get there and I go, okay, guys, I'm going to pull out the drone, and here we go, and I go to the trunk, and where's the drone? And then so at that moment, I notice, oh my God, I forgot the drone. So I look at Sharon, and she didn't know what to do. Sharon looked down at the ground like, oh shit, he's going to lose it. So I'm on live TV. How do you not curse, scream, punch walls, punch windows? And my initial next thought was, hit the stop button. Bye. See ya. I'm out of here. And I somehow had to fight through that for 50 freaking minutes. 50 minutes. All I could think of was, I gotta end the stream. I gotta end the stream. I gotta get out of here. And it wasn't until I got to the Rocky statue, like 40 minutes later, that I actually started settling down and thinking, all right, I could do this without the freaking drone. But in my head, everywhere I went, it was like, oh my God, that would look beautiful from the drone. Oh
You
my
know what
God.
it is? You know what, Mike? That drone, you're like Linus. That drone is your security blanket because you never really needed it to begin with.
Yeah. Well, but guys, you got to understand, in Philly, well, you know it. I mean, you live in New York, but when you get to certain places in an environment, they're beautiful, they're gorgeous. And last night, and also, please understand, I can't read the chats now, so I'm not reading anybody. But I don't know how much you know about me. I was 600 pounds and never left my house. So last night was the first time I ever been to the Rocky statue. Was the first time I ever been to the art museum. I've never been there.
Get out of
So
here.
no, never been there, guys. That's why I'm so excited about going to places. I've
And
never
I've
been
been,
there.
and I'm not from Philly, and I've been there 3 times.
I know.
You're from Philly?
I'm from Philly, but yo, Herman, I was 600 pounds. I got to show you a picture. I couldn't leave my chair, dude. I mean, forget going out of the house. I couldn't walk to the front freaking door. So, I mean, I was huge. So that's where I was like, oh my God. And I just felt so alive. And I wanted to send the drone up, and I wanted to give you every view and every angle. So you know what? Those Sharon said something, and then I'll shut up. It might have been a blessing in disguise because the winds were kicking. It was calm, and then they would kick up to about 40 miles an hour, and then it would be calm. So maybe it was a blessing in disguise because I know I would have flown last night regardless of the winds. I would have sent it up. So maybe it was a blessing. But you guys, all the people in the chats and all the community, I can't tell you how much love they've made me feel and comforted. And they got me through it. You guys got me through it by not judging me, by just saying, frig the drone, you can do it. And it just helped me. And one more word, and then I'm going to shut up, I promise. Guys, both of you, Herman and Lawrence, I've never felt so welcome than you guys make me feel. Whenever you get me, it's like whenever I see you or I come in, guys, sent you a link. You never have to worry. It's like I'm so welcome. Justin, you too. I'm sorry for leaving you out.
That's much appreciated.
All three of yous. I've never felt so welcome. And you do it not only to me, you do it to everybody. So you're not treating me special. Everybody on the panel, I'm sure, feels the same way. So just thank you for that. Thank you.
No, much appreciated.
If you need it, we'll help you out in any way. So.
Well,
I know you will.
Now back to you.
Michael, as your ex-manager, tilt the camera down a little bit. We see the headliner just fine in the car.
Paul, you're hired again. Mike Roche should have caught that. Mike Roche, you're fired. Paul, you're hired again.
I can't manage you anyway.
Your job lasted a day, Mike.
Hold on
I'm
a
sorry.
second. Mr. Weedy, who's in the chat room, says, thanks to those guys in the panel for highlighting all that is incredibly special about the drone community. I'm a newbie, but I agree with Philly Drone at the welcoming community. That's what it's about. Seriously.
That's right.
You want to know what? If in the military they had handheld drones, there wouldn't be so many wars.
Yeah.
Seriously. And you know what it is? People, for some reason, in the drone community have this camaraderie that no other hobby has. I mean, you have guys who race cars, they curse each other out, they get drunk, they fight. You got guys who fly planes and then they laugh at the guy after he crashes his drone. Here, when people crash their drone, you know, you feel real sympathy because you say, damn, that could have been me. You know what I'm saying? And Val, why are you so quiet? Are you just tired?
No, I was just listening to everyone talk.
All the knowledge.
Hey, guys, can I show you something? I got to show you something.
Go for it.
I got to show you something. So check this out.
Tilt your camera down, Michael. Tilt your camera down.
Your face.
Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, what am I showing you? Wait, I got to show you this. The front camera. Can you see that?
Oh, the clouds. There's a storm coming.
No, not the clouds. The truck.
Oh yeah. What's up with the truck?
Do you see the guys taking what they're taking out?
Yeah.
Oh, they're getting ready to do a movie.
No.
I don't know.
Okay, here's what it is. All right, if the camera's not showing it, we have new neighbors moving in, and it's a family. It must be Asian people, but they got a whole. It's a good thing. They got a whole truckload of nothing but religious stuff. What they praise, I guess it's their shrine. But you know, us Americans bring in freaking chairs and couches and nothing but electronics. They're bringing in a whole truck full. Oh, it's a statue now, and flowers and the big the Holy Cross
That sounds like that has to do with the whole feng shui thing.
Yes,
Because,
but
yeah.
it's beautiful, guys. You got, I mean, a whole truckload. It's a whole. Oh, now they're bringing in the saint. Guess what? They're Christians. Oh no, that's awesome. That is awesome. I gotta go out. I'm gonna interview them. Guys, hey, what is that? It's beautiful. That is beautiful.
No, Mike, that's Buddha.
No,
Mike,
that is beautiful. What
Mike
saint
Roche,
is it?
help me reel him in, will you, Mike Roche?
St. Francis or Christian? You're Christian? God bless you. I'm Michael. Nice to meet you. I'm your neighbor.
Trying to
Nice to
reel
meet
him
you.
in, man.
Look how beautiful this is, guys.
They're gonna Mason.
At St. Francis. Like, that's so beautiful, man.
Well,
That is so
welcome,
cool.
Oh wow, they're putting stuff like that in their house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good, Mike.
Yes.
You got some balls, man.
They're
I
gonna
know.
Yeah. Hey, Michael.
Yes.
Michael, you might now be in a religious no-fly zone.
Well, I think they didn't like that. I got some bad vibes from that. I don't understand why, but at least they know I'm Christian, so they won't shoot me. Well, maybe they might. I don't know.
Hey,
But,
Mr. Crowley, what's up? I saw you coming earlier. What's up, Orlando, Chocolate Mint, you guys that are here watching? Hey, I see 28 viewers. I guess things are popping, and it's
Cool.
very good. But Mike Roche,
Let's see.
when are you going to do a part 2 to the James Bond video?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure how to top that one. Other than, when I go out somewhere on location, I usually bring a table along with me and stuff like that, so I could maybe film that. But I also got one that I did the other day, where there's a street downtown that makes like a tunnel of magnolia trees that are all flowered, and I flew down that street through the tunnel and back, and that's kind of my next edit, middle of this week or so. And but James Bond stuff, I'm not sure. That was a one-off. It's, you do something good, you try and match it.
I know.
Sequels are.
But you know what? I actually feel kind of honored now, because this is the first time I'm starting to feel like Roger's show, because Above and Beyond Global Drones just said, I'll be back, BRB, coffee refill.
Yeah.
Now I feel like I've joined the club.
And we got a lot of Australian guys that always are joining in on these things.
Yes, and I was looking for Dr. Drone, because he's somewhere in Indonesia, and usually when we start our show at 5 p.m., it's 5 a.m. there, and I haven't seen him for a while. But we appreciate you, everybody that comes, and including you lurkers that don't want us to know you're watching the live stream. Cut that baloney out and come in here and join us. You see how much fun we be having in here.
And
Absolutely.
Lawrence, I just wanted to say something to all of the members of NYC 5 boroughs. You should be in the chat.
That's true. Showing support, because this group has 1,000+ members in it, and there's only about
Active.
5 to 20 active at any given time, and it's all about supporting each other. Philly Drone Life, look how his channel turned from day to night, overnight. Okay? And it's all because people support each other. Cool Vic 720. Hold on 1 second. Everyone, Cool Bic 7240, who's in the chat room, he is the man who, if you go check out his channel, I don't know if he still has the video up. He's the reason why there is a no-fly zone around the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, you told me. You've said that once before.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if you want to see that video, it's on his page. All right. I think he has a clip of it. He got behind the statue, and he had got his drone back from repairs. Now, what's the number one thing you're supposed to check when you get your drone back from repairs and you fly it? The return to home altitude. And Cool Vic, someone should have smacked you on the hand for that, but he didn't check the return home, and he's flying and he's checking out. Oh, my bird is working great. He gets behind the Statue of Liberty and it hits return home, and all you see is boom, 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 bang, and he hits it. But
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why wasn't the other button checked? So I guess he didn't have the other one checked,
No,
to avoid.
He He had just
Okay.
got it back, and when you update your drone, or you think that it still has the same firmware or whatever, make a long story short, he didn't do the pre-flight check. That's why he should be
Gotcha.
smacked on the hand.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I
I
understand.
know one thing: if you smack Cool Bick on the hand, he might punch you back. Though.
I
So,
actually made the same mistake, but I made the same mistake around the Liberty One building, and I had my return home altitude set for 300 feet in around my neighborhoods, and obviously the buildings are 1,000 feet, and lost exactly the same thing. Lost thing behind the building, and I was lowered in the building. But what I had checked, thank God, was to ascend around objects. You know, if light is
Avoid.
possible, yeah, avoid objects on the way back. And I have a video that I have not posted because it will get me in tons of bull crap with the drone police, but it literally just comes right at exactly what it did with the Liberty Statue of Liberty. It hits the freaking Liberty building, like not hits it, but stops 1 inch of the front glass, trickles, the feet trickle up the side, comes above the sphere and comes on home. And now, like I tell everybody, that's the reason why I fly DJI, because I tried everything to lose that drone to that day, and it still came home to me. So, you know, now I did have that checked, but it worked. My point is that option worked. Thank God.
you
And
want to know what? Give me 1 second, okay? If you guys can keep entertaining everyone for a second, and if Cool Bick, you put a 1 in a row, I'll show that video of you hitting the Statue of Liberty, because I think people would really want to see this. I mean, this isn't nothing to brag about, I must admit, but he was flying harmlessly, and
It's a learning experience.
it's
absolutely,
it's a learning experience, because I
absolutely.
mean, if you step out your door in the winter and you wind up on your ass looking up at the sky, it's because you look down and see the ice. I bet you won't do it again, right?
I'm
Yeah.
going back up.
Basically it.
Right.
I bet you won't do it again. Hold on. It's Orlando
And
City.
thank God nobody got hurt as well. So
This is true too. Now, I won't go into detail as to what the repercussions were, but he did get into a little bit of trouble for it. But he is cool. Nothing bad happened because he was the first. But let you or anyone else hit that heifer again and see what happens to you behind. Okay. I'm trying to fast forward to the section, and then I'll pull up a free screen. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Hold on. We'll start it there. Let me stop it. Okay, and I'll pull up the screen. I might have to keep talking during this so you guys could see this, but
or
if
we could shut up.
if you guys talk, then you won't be able to see it on screen. You can see it now,
Well,
right?
everybody in the panel, you can take and highlight
So
Novice.
Yes. But if you guys in the chat room see this while I'm talking, this is
Oh, that's
video
gorgeous,
of
man.
him actually about to hit. Now, keep in mind where he is. If you look along the water line to the right, he's way over in the right where the lights are at the edge of the screen. Okay.
Gotcha.
And
Oh,
right
I'm
here,
nervous. I'm
just out
nervous.
here, he starts to lose signal. Now, what
No!
happens when she loses signal? Of course, she hits return home.
No!
This is what happens when you forget to do a pre-flight check.
No!
But
Ah!
anyway,
No!
I had to show my friend Cool Bick that some love by popping into the show and doing that. But
What drone was he flying? What drone was it?
I think it was a Phantom 4 Pro.
Oh!
really quick,
Oh,
not
was it a Mavic? Was it a Mavic Pro? Or
Big, right?
I don't know. Confirm that, Cool Bick. What were you flying? A Mavic Pro?
I want to know if it was a
Phantom?
big smash or a little smash.
Well, the drone was recoverable. They found it in the morning when they searched the island.
Wow!
So, you know, they They kind of smacked. It was his Phantom 4 Pro.
Oh,
So they kind of smacked him on the hand, and I won't go into detail because that's not important, but
gotcha.
it wasn't anything major. They didn't carry him away in cuffs and shit like that. So
Well, hey guys, again, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Val.
Novice Squad. When you want to present something in you're in Google Hangouts, correct?
yes.
So because it's your stream, if you go and you hit on your name and it puts a white box around it, that means that's exactly the only thing it's going to present on Hangout.
Oh, so then I don't have to stand there and keep talking and all of that crap.
Right.
You don't have to keep talking.
Because a lot of people missed
What the
it.
hell did y'all let me go through all of that?
I was trying to
You weren't going to listen to
All I
them
saw
anyway.
was
Learning
Mike's face.
curve.
you didn't want to listen to the gal on the panel.
You weren't going to listen to them anyway.
Herman says I wouldn't have listened anyway. Here we go.
But then when you want it off, then you just click it again and the box will go away.
And then it'll go back to everyone's individual camera.
Everybody whoever's talking.
See,
Yeah.
now, Mike Roche, Paul, and Val, I can't believe you let me go through that, but learning experience.
Yeah. You'll never do it again.
All
It'll
I
never.
heard was Philly yelling and screaming and saw his face.
Oh,
Hey,
see,
Everyone's
no
acting
one saw the video.
no one saw.
As a
No-
panel member, Lawrence, I clicked on your box and it put a white around
That's
it.
what I did.
And I watched the whole
Okay,
thing.
okay. So should I do this again so the people
Yeah, one more
And
time.
then hit yours.
can see it? Okay. If you guys want to talk while I set this up again, we-
Okay.
But when he hit, it kind of hurt.
We're talking. We're
Okay.
talking.
Talk to me.
I got you locked in, Lawrence, so I can only see you now.
Okay, well, you
Same
can
here.
unlock me, and
But
I'm
lock
gonna lock the
yourself in.
picture. I'm gonna lock the picture so that
How do you do
guys
that again?
Just
can
click
see it.
He said,
Yeah.
click on the box.
No, but how does Lawrence do it? I was talking when Val was
So
giving
I
us
don't
that
go to
important
now,
information.
Val, I don't go to screen share, correct?
No, you
No.
just
No.
click your
Well,
own
yeah,
box on the
you-
chat.
Click
do
my
the
own
screen
picture and
share.
like this. Okay, I got it. You guys can see
Still
me
need to do
here.
screen share, so you're sharing your screen. But when you put the box around it, that means all of us, all we see is your screen or
So
your.
right, so
By
right now,
clicking on your thumbnail, yes.
so right now
Gotcha.
you can see the video right here.
No.
No.
No, you have
No.
to put the video up, but click on your thumbnail afterwards.
Oh, put the video up and then click on my
Still
thumbnail.
want to do the screen share.
Let's
Lauren.
try this again. Here's the video. Now I'm bringing up Hangouts, and I'm going to click on my picture, and I
Yeah.
don't see anything. Do you guys see?
No, because you're
Never
not.
mind. Never mind. Never mind.
Okay,
All
so
right.
you do it exactly the way you did before, but
But
then
afterwards,
when you go to play it, you hit your picture.
Okay, so
That's the only
I'm going to try one more time.
But did
The
a white
video's
square
here.
appear around your picture?
Yeah.
The white square is highlighted on Hangouts now.
Right.
difference.
So
Fine. So now
Oh.
go to your screen share.
Oh, now go to screen share. Ah,
it's still switching off though.
step number
just
2.
switching though.
Do you have a
Do
white
you see it
box?
now?
Yes.
You can see the video here. Okay. All right. Well, this is Cool Big's video. Like I said, in the right-hand corner along the water line is where he is on the far right. But his drone hits return home here because he's actually
Oh.
between it. And this is pretty much what happened. And because of this,
Fine.
Bam.
he has there is a no-fly zone around the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, but look how she's blinking her lights at him. That's how that happened.
But I figured I would show that because, Cool Vic, he's a very nice person, great gentleman. We've been flying for a while. Hell's Pawn, what's up? Iceberg, that's my nephew. Oh, hell, he's in here. The world's
Hey,
going to come to an end.
Yeah, hello to everybody in the chats that said hello earlier.
Yes, sorry, we
Herman,
couldn't hear. Now-
unmute yourself, Herman.
Okay, I just unclicked myself. There you go. You're back, Paul. Now, Mike Roche, you said you've been flying since for how long now?
Since the fall of 2016.
And what controller do you use now to fly with? The new one or?
Yeah, I just got the smart controller about a month ago, and that thing is really sweet. It's pretty nice, and it really is. You know, the screen is a little bigger than an iPhone, and it is works as advertised. It's very bright, and you know you can see it when you're outside. Unless you're in direct, hardcore sunlight, you'll see the screen just fine. And then at nighttime, you got to turn it down.
Any of you guys have anything to talk about? Because Val, you have a show after us tonight.
I do.
Paul, do you have any other YouTubers that you need to manage?
I got my hands full.
He sure does, man.
Wasn't there some issue about a drone flying around something? I heard.
What happened?
Wasn't there some issue, some incident about a drone flying around something that it wasn't supposed to?
I don't know. Last thing I heard of was the kid flying the drone around
Over
the
the
stadium.
stadium? Yeah.
Yeah, that was the last thing I heard of.
Hey
But
guys, I wanted to say something earlier. I heard you talking about that drone that was going 174 miles an hour. I do agree with you, by the way. That one speed should have been counted. It's 175 miles an hour. He broke it. He wins.
right,
That's the way that stuff should work. But I personally have went 100 miles an hour with a race drone. And when you're in the goggles doing that, it doesn't seem as fast as you may think. But Paul is right. You look down and like the football field is gone. You know, you're past it. But I guess it's perspective. It's a way. I'm sure people in jet airplanes that are going 700 miles an hour probably don't feel. You know what I mean? It's almost as if time slows down a little bit because the space is so big.
in a way that the brain works so funny. It actually does, because no matter how fast you're going or how slow you're going, your brain can process it. And if you ever notice, at one time, if you remember, at one time in the late 70s or early 80s, they were suing companies that made commercials because they were subliminally putting messages in. You remember that, right?
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. They would show you a 10-second commercial, and in that 10
Flash little
seconds,
things.
there would be a 1/100th of a second saying, buy this or go here or do this, and it was related to the product they were showing.
Yeah.
But I understand it. I guess that would make sense, because when I started out with my racing drone, the thing the first one I had was a tiny whoop. The thing barely moved. And it seems bigger and bigger the drones are that I'm getting, the racing drones, the FPV, it just doesn't seem fast.
You don't feel it. Yeah, you don't feel it.
Yeah, it doesn't feel faster. And Mike Roche, have you ever thought about FPV?
I thought about it. I even have the DJI goggles, but I broke my neck with my injury, and I got having a heavy set of goggles hanging off my head just doesn't work for me.
Yeah, I could understand that.
And plus, I need to see my hands on the controls, that kind of thing. And but I'm happy with the camera drones, man. I agree. Love photography, and those drones get me to places that I could never get to.
I would like to see. I'm dying to see Val's. Val hasn't posted anything from her beautiful little drone, and I really would like to start seeing some footage from her.
Yeah, Val.
And I can get away from 60, 70 hours a week and doing all my live streams and being on Roger's live streams during the day and during the night. You're good. Actually, I thought I today, but I didn't get to.
I'm sorry. I was just answering Matt in the chat room. He's saying, did we talk about the rumors about the Phantom line getting discontinued? I don't believe it. And DJI said it isn't their doing. I don't think they're trying to keep their product under wraps. To be honest, me personally thinking, and Herman has said this and a few other people have, you don't and you can't possibly believe that the picture and shape and the Phantom drone, if you mention the word drone,
I agree.
You showed them a picture of a military drone and you showed them a picture of a Phantom, guess which one they're going to relate to as a drone? The picture of the Phantom.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah, they're not getting rid of it.
refuse to believe that they're going to get rid of it.
Well, and I'm going to tell you something. It's like all the rumors that go around about YouTube. Now you can't say this, don't say that, but take it from here, but take it from there. It starts with one person saying it, and the next thing you know, people are all saying it's true.
But
It's
that's what this guy did. Don't quote me on this, but I think it was someone named Drone DJ, or Drone DJ reported the video that he did or something to that. I know there's a dronedj.com. I don't know if he's affiliated with them or whatever, but Drone DJ is related to it. And they clearly said that he did what the media did and just mixed the words around.
Yeah.
And made it sound like okay,
Yeah.
if if Mike Roche rolls over my foot and I go MFer to myself, they're gonna record that. They're not gonna record me saying, "Oh, it's okay, Mike." You know, I didn't mean to do it. You understand? So bad news makes news, not good news.
That's right. That's right.
You know, and anything it applies with anyone. There's a Matt Kieran says the Phantom is the Mercedes of drones. You want to know what? The Phantom is the freaking Bugatti of drones, because everything from the Spark, which is a little Volkswagen Beetle, to the Mavic Air, which is like a 270Z, you know, and then you have the Mavic Pro. Okay, you're moving up to the levels of maybe a Lexus Coupe. You know, you can go on and on with these drones.
Well, hey, Lawrence.
Yeah.
Have you ever flown a Mavic 2?
A Mavic 2? Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I've flown a Zoom and a Pro.
Would you say that your Phantom flies Phantom 4 Pro? Would you say it flies better or worse than a Mavic 2? To your own personal feelings. I have mine, and they may be different.
To my personal feelings, and basically because I started out with a 3DR Solo, which is basically a flying brick. If you take this box right here, this was a 3DR Solo with props on it.
It's pretty much it.
But
that's what it looks like too.
To honestly say, to answer your question, the Mavic 2 is a little sturdier than the Mavic 1. I like its speed. First of all, you can get anywhere really quick. But in 16, 15 mile per hour winds or better, I'll go Phantom any day.
Gotcha.
And only because this flying urban, you're an urban flyer. Mike Roche, you fly around buildings, you would know this also. But when you get near a building, Phantom is a little more aerodynamically designed than a Mavic 2.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I love the hell out of the Mavic 2. If somebody gave me one, I would fly it every freaking day. But for what I do, the videography, like in urban flying, I just feel a little more secure with the Phantom.
No, I totally understand. And I fly them both.
I know what it can do in 30 mile per hour winds. Right. I don't know what a Mavic 2 could do in 30 mile per hour winds.
It holds its own. Yeah, I mean, I've flown them both, and my personal opinion, I love my Phantom, and I love the video it puts out. It's hands down the best video that I have. Well, it's right up there with the Mavic 2 Pro. But again, that's a personal thing too.
See, Cool Vic says it depends on the wind, and that's true. Now, if you ask me which bird do I like more in no wind, I'll go with the Mavic.
That's what I was meaning. Yeah.
But if you're talking flying the Antarctic, I've yet to see a Nat Geo video with a Mavic 2 flying in Antarctica.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah. No. I say that.
In fires, you understand? And I am in no way putting down the Mavic. I have a Mavic Pro, and like I said, if I could afford a Mavic 2 money, I would have one in my collection. You know, so I don't know if that answered your question or not. But
I was just curious because
it's conditions. You would have had to go into more detail for me to give a more descriptive answer. What's that, Mike?
About the Mavic, I was flying with a friend of mine in my driveway, and I was doing a hyperlapse of the sunset a couple of weeks ago, and with my Mavic 2 Pro, and he has the Phantom 4 that I sold to him, and the Mavic, to hold its spot, was tilted sideways because he was taking pictures of it. It was holding that. It was staying right there, man.
Yes.
And and he was getting blown around pretty good, but he was flying. He didn't have it locked in one position.
Right now, this is in answer to you also, Mike, Philly Drone Life.
Mhm.
I have seen it. Like, you see my phone right here, right? I've seen the Mavic Pro as solid as a rock, but leaning like this.
Right.
Correct.
You understand? Leaning like that. And the Phantom may go like this and teeter totter, but I've
Correct.
never seen a Phantom leaning hard. Well, that's not true. I have seen a Phantom leaning like that, like along the beach in the winter. I have seen it, but it rarely happens though. But it's a matter of wind. Seriously.
Well, Lawrence, don't you also think it's a comfort thing? Since I sold my 2 Inspires and I moved up to the Mavic 2 series, I've been doing all of my ship videos, and not today, but yesterday and the day before, I was flying my ship videos on 35-mile-an-hour winds, and it is rock solid. And I was amazed because I thought maybe I have to fight it a little bit, and it didn't.
No, don't get me wrong. The Mavic 2 series is a beast.
Yeah.
Anything that naturally the Phantom series Herman, what does the Phantom series go to top speed? 24, 25 miles per hour?
I got mine up to 45.
Well, no, I mean just cruising in regular at a regular speed and with no wind.
25 miles per hour.
Okay, 25 miles per hour. The very first time, and John, you guys know him, Big John, he let me fly his Mavic Zoom, and we were in a store. There was a highway, and then there was a train yard, and I got to the height I wanted, and I pressed the throttle, and I got scared.
Yeah.
Because that thing is
27. Yeah, it's like 27, 28 in P mode. In P mode, it'll hit the
exactly.
35, 36, and
So there is a
all the way up to
difference,
45.
I like the speed of the Mavic 2, but my only issue is, like I said, indoors, I would use it all the time. You can't, there's some places you cannot use the Phantom indoors. So that's where the Mavic series comes in. There are different birds for different situations. And you have to, in order to ask somebody how they like something, you'd have to give them all of the equations into it.
Yep.
But like I said, as far as the wind, Phantom. No wind, I'd love the Mavic. So if there's any rich guy out there that's watching this and would like to donate a Mavic to me, a Mavic 2, I would accept it greatly and never
graciously.
Yes, exactly. It's 6:32 p.m. and we haven't done any plugs or any sponsor or nothing, and Herman looks like he's falling asleep.
Herman, wake up. Herman. Herman.
I mean,
I'm fine. I don't want to sound like Ross Perot over here asking to speak, so I'm just gonna stay quiet.
And Herman has said over and over again that nobody listens to him anyways.
No, that's not true. We listen to Herman. He was having a few.
I've tried to speak several times and been chopped off, so I'm going to be quiet over here.
Well, you don't.
I'm going to be quiet over here. We got, a half hour left?
Yeah, we got a half hour. Okay, the half hour is yours, Herman.
No!
Oh, it's all you, Herman.
Well, let me ask Herman a question if I could.
Go ahead, because I have to go pay the water bill. I'll be right back.
With DJI, kind of the Phantom series is no longer available to buy it in the stores and stuff. But if they're not canceling it and they're not coming out with a Phantom 5, then what's the deal with, the Phantom series? Why is it not available to get a new 2.0 and all that kind of thing?
Well, I think the only thing they sell is that Phantom RTK, right? But that's for commercial.
That's the only one that's available on the site right now.
But I mean, you go on the internet and everywhere, eBay, Microsoft, still has them in stock.
You can find them still.
Yeah,
you can find them. Yeah.
My thing is, if they actually discontinue it, is everyone gonna go crazy? Like, oh, now I need a Phantom because they're not gonna sell them anymore.
Well, like I said before, DJI never said they were coming out with the Phantom 5. And DJI tries to keep total control over everything when they release something, in spite of the fact that there's no such thing as secretly releasing a drone. You cannot release a drone secretly.
Yeah.
They have to apply for FCC clearing,
Right.
to a license to get it out there. And once they put that out there, that's public record. So you'll always find out when they want to release a drone. But once those pictures released with that drone that clearly looked like a different color Phantom 4 Pro, with a new camera modded onto it. It didn't look like a Phantom 5. It looked like a Phantom 4 Pro.
Correct.
Different camera modded onto it. And they already told you, they steered you away from the Phantom 5 from day one. They never said that they were coming out with a Phantom 5. They said that was something that they made up for one of their customers for something that they were doing. Now, I was a believer that no company wastes technology. So if they were going to come out with something, that would be what they would probably put out that. But if it's not going to have full obstacle avoidance, that's not the drone you were going to see. And they still, like I said, they still never said that they weren't. They never said that they were. So to keep full control like they try to do, they probably will still sneak it under you.
Right. And plus the one with the photo with the removable lenses, that didn't make any sense to me anyway. Maybe some Saudi prince had that done or something. But think about it. You're out in the park flying around and you got to take the lens off and expose your sensor to any dirt and stuff that's going to get in there, just like a DSLR. That's not going to work very well with the drone, and then how much of the lens is going to be.
No, you're
so
right.
If they can put a zoom on a Mavic, they can put a zoom on a Phantom even better.
Oh, that's just a firmware issue because they did it with the Phantom 4. But as far as the lenses coming off, I don't think that would be a big deal. But it's the fact to make the lenses up, to come up with all these lenses. You got to now have a separate production team to make all those lenses.
Yeah, and also, Herman, the DJI pretty much proved that you can have interchangeable lenses with their X5 camera. They were hanging on the Inspire.
Right.
So, I mean, it's not impossible, but they steered you away from the Phantom 5 from day one when those pictures leaked. They never said that was the Phantom. They always told you it was something else. It was a Phantom 4 that was made up for one of their customers. Yeah.
Well, what it comes down to, none of us know what they're going to do, really.
Right. You won't know. You won't know until they apply for the FCC license. All of this is just talk, speculation, rumor. Like Drone DJ, he never said any of this was in stone. He always said throughout those articles, this is all rumor.
Yeah.
That's true. Drone Obsessed Jerry says they floated it out there and didn't correct anyone while they were speculating. Publicity is publicity. Right. We were advertising for them. Everyone that said Phantom 5, those guys were sitting in the office saying, hell, we don't have to launch the Phantom 5 for another 10 years.
Yeah. And if DJI came out and says, we're going to start making drones capable of flying to the moon, everybody's going to be talking about it,
Yeah.
Right. But you see, it's similar with, like what Lawrence had just said. It's similar to this. I had saw one time an ad. There was a real estate company. They were showing this apartment for this customer, and the apartment was renting. And what it was, you had to put in an application fee of $100 for them to do a background check on you and everything. And when they did this, they would invite you to come look at the apartment and everything. You go look at the apartment and they'll tell you they'll get back to you. If they ran your background check, then they would contact you and tell you, oh, no, we're not renting you the apartment. Now, if I did this for 10 people a month, do I really need to rent out the apartment?
Right, because you're charging them $100 for them to not even know if they have a chance of getting it. And believe it or not, it's perfectly legal.
Yep. And no wear and tear on your apartment.
Exactly. So DJI can get people to talk about this Phantom 5 and then drop the new Mavic 2 right in between there, and people are still talking about them, and people running out and buying these things like hotcakes.
Wow.
The Mavic 2,
I don't make any predictions.
Running out their house to go buy it. It's sold out. People are going crazy over it.
Oh.
All right. Any events or anything anyone wants to mention? Philly Drone Life when you're going live in the morning. Paul, how many clients you have? Mike Roche, when you're gonna patent that device? And Justin, when are we gonna go drone racing? Damn it!
Soon. We're
Well,
gonna have
at,
to get everything
at
together.
the moment, I don't have anybody that I because I got fired that I represent.
No, I
But
rehired you tonight,
He
Paul.
rehired you right here. That'll hold up in court.
Yeah, I rehired you. If you will be kind enough to accept, I would like to rehire you. And I also would like to say that you look very angelic with the light shining in your face today.
Nice,
I
Justin.
love.
Controller, I gotta bring to you.
Oh, look how sexy that looks. That is such a nice controller.
Hey, old guy in the drone, what is it that you're not telling?
I can't read the chat.
Chocolate Mint says it becomes a fine line close to fraud. It is a fine line close to fraud, but you are allowed to charge somebody to do a background search on them
yes,
themselves.
Wow.
It's perfectly legal. So, and here's something funny, and here's something else that's happening in New York here. They have slumlords, all right? They have these apartments with holes in the walls and stuff like that. They're taking one apartment in the building and they're making it this luxurious apartment, and they're renting it out to Airbnb. So these people are coming in this building and they see, okay, a little bit of dismay or whatever, but
Hey,
they're
stay out
living
my
in these,
building.
they're renting these they're renting these lavish apartments, and they think everybody else's apartment is like that in the building.
Oh wow.
And
every
it's
every
perfectly
every
legal.
every time I see chocolate mint in the chat, I get this craving for those Girl
For
Scout
me
cookie
too.
thin mints. It's like,
Thin
oh,
Mints.
Oh, you got something else now?
man.
Where's the brownie?
The brownies are the best.
Oh, I got the brownies. They're just right over there.
I need to reach. Give me.
Mike Roach, I appreciate you coming on, man, and hanging out with us. I just had to compliment you on that James Bond video. I was like, wow. It was very creative, impressive, and you have a good channel there. You should keep doing what you're doing and keep flying. Don't stop flying, man, because
Hey,
you're doing fine.
Mike, seriously, I think you should reach out to DJI and you could be their spokesperson for anybody can fly a DJI drone.
There you go.
And you could be the guy to even they pay you to come to their conventions and everything else and just answer questions so that people with any kind of a handicap don't
And
shy
you
away
want
from
to know
flying.
what also? You want to know what also? By contacting them, you could say, "Hey, this controller is a piece of crap. It doesn't connect to my holder."
Yeah.
Okay, and either they'll make you a holder and give you something that's you become an affiliate.
That's
Yep.
right. And then I can be your manager, Mike.
That's
As long
right.
as I don't have to call DJI support.
You know?
Yeah.
Hey, Lawrence.
Hey guys. Go ahead.
What
Paul,
happened?
I had a problem looking for those brownies. I went to
They have BJ's.
I went to BJ's and I was like,
Ah.
Paul Murray specials, and they were like, "What's that?" I'm like, "You know the Paul Murray specials."
Oh, he's getting them for you.
Like that, I'm like, "Yo, they round chocolate."
Plastic case. It's like 3 layers of brown.
Yeah, that's not. We don't have that. So I
He's
left.
getting them for you. He's going to get them by name. Here they go.
Here's where I get them. These are from
Here we go.
Walmart.
Walmart. No wonder why.
Walmart and Sam's Club. And they come 48 in a tub, and as you can see, I'm getting down.
He's getting down.
I'm getting a little low. I'm gonna have to make the run to Sam's Club.
Oh,
But
man.
normally it's 3 layers.
Woo!
Layers, yeah.
Damn, he did a hit on him.
I could literally eat that whole thing in one sitting.
And they are delectably moist,
Scrumptious.
and they are good.
Delicious. Yum. Do the little tweak.
Oh, Mike, that's got to be murder on you.
Yeah, you see, Mike, he's going, delicious, but you don't see his hands. He's punching the shit out of the chair. Delicious.
Hey,
Squeezing the
There you go, Michael.
Did you ever see? There it is. There it is.
But hold on, Philly Drone Light. Think about this. You can't go back. You can't go back because then you won't be able to fly.
Oh, dude, I
You
if
have to
I go
keep like
back,
that.
whoo, I'm telling you, I'm going for the record. If I ever go back, I'm going for the 1,000-pound record. I'm just not messing around this time. I'm kicking up my feet. We're going for the 1,000 pounds.
Hey,
Hey,
Listen, we gotta do our sponsor. We usually do it at least twice a show. Now
hey,
I don't know. I don't know how the hell I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna have to download it from YouTube and then enhance it. But I'm gonna take every Sunday nights with those guys, and I'm gonna try and compile together all of those. You are sponsored by Sunday Nights with those guys, and I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna try and collect the footage. So we can try and get it in now. What we do, Mike Roche, you've seen the
I know
shows
it.
before.
I've seen
All right.
it.
So we're gonna try it once, and then we're gonna try it one more time before we end.
Lawrence, before you do,
Yes, sir.
my suggestion would be to go to like find a large choir somewhere and get them to do it, and then you play it. You know.
You know, that would be crazy. We're right now looking into the process of getting logos and stuff like that to enhance with, everything. But right now we're going to go into this. We appreciate everyone that's watched the live stream, everyone in the chat room, and you lurkers that weren't. But Sunday nights with those guys are sponsored by
those
guys.
Thank you so much. That was very much appreciated. And Mike Roche, we can officially make you one of those guys.
Oh man, I appreciate it.
And you actually, Paul Murray.
Yes,
do you have a wrench next to your name?
Yeah.
You should. Okay, so we're gonna have to make Mike Roche an admin. Now, for those of you who are wondering why I don't do like other shows and give everyone a wrench, it's because back when I used to do internet radio shows in the early 2000s, I got hacked and I was locked out of my show because someone from another show was given administrative rights and it screwed up my live stream and everything. So it'll take me a while to trust people and stuff like that. But that is the main reason why mostly everyone in the chat room is not an administrator or moderator. So don't take it personal. The ones that do not have a wrench and the ones that do, usually we have you on the panel, we give you a wrench.
Hey, Lawrence.
Yes.
Well, I really appreciate the invitation.
Lock you out the chat.
What happened, Herman?
When you get a chance, you got to show me how to lock you out the chat.
Oh, see, here we go. This is what I got to put up with during the week. I don't know. Justin.
Yes, sir.
When can you drop off the remote? Tomorrow sometime? Tomorrow after work?
I'm gonna just give it to you and you can play around and see.
Well, it's only going to take a few seconds. Either it's going to bind or it's not going to bind to the radio, in which case then I'll know that it's my radio. If it binds to your controller in those few seconds, I'll know it's my radio. Now, if it doesn't bind to yours, then I know it's exactly the drone, and I have to strip it apart.
All right, I'll charge it up tonight and everything.
Okay, cool. I appreciate it. Chocolate Mint. Guys, I have a drone, but I brought it Context F-22. I'm scared to fly it. I don't want to crash it. Well, Chocolate Mint, I'm going to tell you something. You can't be scared to crash if you never fly it.
Yeah, take it out and smash it right into a wall, Chocolate Mint.
You will never.
What I will tell you is find a big open field to start playing around with it and try to get, boxes.
Go up and down like I
The first thing, that's true. The first thing you should do when you get it is stand back about 15 feet and make sure it's not 20-mile-per-hour winds.
And
make sure it's on a calm day and just cut it on a flat surface and just throttle up. Get the feel of the throttle and just go up and down. We all started there.
Yeah.
We all started there. You start going up and down, and then once you get good hovering, if it has altitude hold or not, you'll learn how to focus it there, because if the wind blows it towards you, you're going to learn to push it away. It's not hard.
Make sure you get the orientation right. Don't ever point the drone back to you. Point it away from you so that, and until you get better, this way, left is left, right is right, up and down. Everything's the way it should be.
And go on YouTube and look at flights of that particular bird, because there's not a
Right.
drone out there that doesn't have some kind of instructional video.
Right.
Correct.
And before you fly, have a brownie, say a prayer, and
know.
go for it.
Oh, this is most important, and I say this because he's not in here. Orlando's not in here, but we show people how to fly at our meetups here in New York. We have a group meetup, and you always have someone new. And this guy, he had flown, but he had never flown past a few hundred feet. So immediately I told him I'm going to pop that cherry real quick. And I had him out to 1,500 feet. But when I turned to look at him, he was apple red. And the reason he was, no, listen, the reason he was apple red was because he was holding his breath.
Oh, I do the same thing. I do the same thing. I don't breathe. I thought it was just me.
Learn to breathe. And the reason that people stop breathing is they're like, oh my God, I'm gonna have a heart attack. You're gonna have a heart attack because you stop freaking breathing.
Yeah.
Breathe.
Yeah. I do it all the time, man.
Oh, Orlando's still here. Orlando's still here. See?
Low and slow.
But right, don't go higher. I don't know how tall you are. I don't know how short you are. Whatever your height is, don't go higher than your knees. So this way, if anything happens, you can drop the throttle and bounce it back on the grass. Okay, that's it. So if you stay anywhere from a foot to 2 feet above the ground, you should be okay. But practice hovering, and then you'll get the courage, and you'll see what happens. Just don't jam the stick hard. Everything is very subtle and soft. And you should, right, Matt.
One of the most important things you could do is watch videos, because there will be people who will encourage you to test the technology of what it is that you're doing. And you'll come to slowly learn that crashing is usually done low level.
Yes, that's true.
Not when you're up in the sky.
That is true. But the point Herman made, 9 out of 10 crashes are due to pilot error, and they're usually low on the ground. They're usually low on the ground.
And never, while you're in the air, pull your sticks inward and down, because it'll chop the motors every time.
Yeah, that on some drones, that is the main shutoff. But it's 6:52. Val is setting up for her show. Mike Roche, you have officially become one of those guys.
That's pretty cool, man.
We appreciate you coming in, except around Liberty Island. That's true. Yeah, you want to be as high as hell. Stay away from the Statue of Liberty. Cool, Vic. I appreciate you letting me show your video on our channel. Much respect to you. Paul, Mary, everyone. You could have the rest of the 8 minutes to the show. Anything you want to say? Paul, if you want to eat brownies until the end of the show, you can. I care not. I'm sitting back.
Actually, I've got this little growth. No.
Paul, you were really starting to scare me there. Because I said the sugar's kicking in.
The sugar, yeah.
All right, Mike, after, I can't do it during the show, so after the live stream or whenever it comes up, I'll give you your wrench. So if people say, how come you have a wrench? You could say, because I'm one of those guys.
Yeah, that's right.
You're welcome, Chocolate Mint. You're welcome.
Yes, Chocolate Mint.
That name, Chocolate Mint.
And Chocolate Mint always, right, pencil it down, Chocolate Mint. You can come here it's Sunday at 5, and is it Tuesday or Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Yes,
Wednesday.
Chocolate Mint. Please click on Phantom Flight 101s. Everyone put a 1 in the room to make sure everyone has them. But please click on Phantom Flight 101. He has the other part of Sunday nights with those guys on Wednesday nights from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. on his channel. And his format is a little different. He stays a little more focused than I do. I tend to stray and things like that. So,
well,
please
I noticed Herman kind of smiles on Wednesday nights, because he can hit the mute button on you. You know, it's like he's.
See, Paul, here we go. Here we go, Paul.
No, I'm just sitting here drinking my apple juice.
Okay. Mike Roche, I highly appreciate you coming and hanging with us. Seriously, man.
Yeah,
And if
I really appreciate it. And the one thing I love about your channel, those guys, is there's New York City, and then there's the rest of us,
Yeah.
kind of thing. And for us to see what it's like for you guys down there, because it's a different world in many ways for the rest of us, and you guys, because of obvious reasons, have so many more restrictions than we do.
Yeah.
But I'm
Yep.
glad you
Well
guys can
said.
fly. I'm glad the rumors aren't true that you can fly in New York.
Yep.
That's good.
Yep.
Well,
And the big city boys like those guys in Philly, teach us a lot, because I'd be scared as hell to fly in a big city like you guys do.
But you know what? This is kind of funny because it would scare me like all hell to fly in a country. And I don't know why, but to just open nothing, I'd be thinking I'm
Yep.
going to get hit by a bird,
Yeah.
a swarm of bees, anything could happen.
It's funny you mentioned that, because flying when I was upstate there at Lake Welch. When I filmed that, it's like nothing but water for miles. I'm like, wow. It's like, if out here, if something, God forbid, something happens, that your drone will fall back to land. But out there, I was just flying like, if it even went down, like, how would I get it back?
That's a good point, because I feel exactly the same way. And what people don't understand, or maybe they don't get as much, is when you fly in a city, you hone in on landmarks, and that's how I get around, from landmarks. And so when you put me out in the middle of nowhere with just water or grass and trees, I don't see any landmarks. I feel like I'm going to be lost. I'm almost afraid to go away from myself. And
Exactly. I agree with you, Philly, because here in the city, I'm bad. I don't, there's too many streets, too many numbers, but I could say go 2 miles until you see the silver building.
yes, yeah, exactly.
Out there, what are you going to turn, make a right at the rose bush?
Right.
Well,
Just follow the cows, man.
Yeah.
It's almost somewhat the same relevance, because, like I said, I've flown a drone out over a mile upstate by Lake Welch, and when you turn around and look back, that's all you can go by. The bush you went by.
Hey, Paul. Orlando says all you need to do is focus on breathing, flying in the city.
Yeah. Well, and me too, because I do the same thing. I hold my breath, and my whole body, guys, is clenched. And when I get done flying, I'm actually hurting from just freezing. Now, it could be that I'm 1,000 feet up and 20 feet away from a building, which causes that. But when I get home, I'm like, and it's almost, and that feeling's actually addictive, because there's a rush, an adrenaline rush that comes with that, and
Well, I want to go ahead, Paul.
That makes sense, Michael, because the other day you said that you had a bean burrito or something for lunch, and you flew that night, and you were all clenched up, and I hear this high pitched and I thought, or what?
Hey, I wanted to say something really quick.
I was talking to you about a video.
Right, that's what I wanted to mention. She says, Chocolate Mint says, I'm here in Florida. There's a lot of restrictions. I want to make a video at the beach when I learn to fly, but no flying at the beach. I saw yours. Now, what I want to say, Chocolate Mint, I don't know if this rule applies in the state of Florida, but here in the state of New York, Memorial Day starts the official day of summer. Okay, so officially from flying on the beach here in New York State, from Memorial Day until Labor Day is official the whole summer season. During that time, you're not supposed to fly over the beach. But in the off hours and when there's no one there, which are really early in the morning, I don't suggest going late at night until you learn how to fly during the day. But early, cool bit goes 1,000 feet. Early in the morning would be your best time to get there before people get there, and just go straight up. Don't worry about, learn how to control a bird first before you even think about a video. But like I said, I don't know if this applies to you, Paul, and you, Philly, but Memorial Day starts the summer season, and after Memorial Day, flying in beaches is forbidden. Now there are ways around it. You can fly along the shore.
Yep.
which is not exactly over a group of people, and you can fly parallel to the boardwalk, but not over the boardwalk where the people are walking. And that's
Yeah,
how we get
and
away with it
depending
here in
upon
New
what
York.
you're flying, you can get away with a lot of that, especially with like a Mavic 2 Zoom, or if you have a Zoom camera on whatever you're flying, you can stay off to the side and zoom in, and it almost looks like you're right there, but you're away from everybody.
That's
She's
true,
also
but chocolate mint,
off of the beach property.
right?
Yep.
That's another thing. Where we fly here in New York, there's a beach, and if anyone says anything about flying on the beach, I take 2 steps backwards, and I'm standing on city sidewalk. So there
Yep.
are ways around it. But chocolate mint, before you even think about videos, learn how to control a bird first.
I
And
agree.
then the
And,
rest
and
will
you know
come
what?
naturally. I want to do, what's that, Herman?
Flying on beaches, I've done a couple of them. Really, the only beach here that is relaxed about that is Orchard Beach. That's the only beach where the cops come up to you and like, yo, I fly here too.
Hey, important note as well. Sand, motors, and drones do not mix.
Yeah,
so you may want to maybe stay away from the beach for a little while, or make sure you're in the air. Don't land on the beach. Try to stay away at
Okay,
first.
guys, we got to get out of here. It's 7 p.m. Everyone's relocating or moving over to Val's show. Val's Life is on at 7. I would like to go show support there, and people are slowly bouncing back and forth. Me personally, I need to go eat dinner.
Can I say one other thing?
Yes.
You know, it's a travesty that we were actually halfway to 50, everybody, and you quit on this man dancing tanight.
Yeah, I survived another night. That's right. I survived another night, and until it happened,
we're more than halfway there. If you guys willing to get up the people to come to the show on Wednesday night, he will dance Wednesday night.
Call all your peeps and get them in
no,
here.
no. Now, see, I said if I get 50 people watching, I said nothing about on your damn show.
If we can get 50 people in, guys in the chat, there's 20 guys in there. Get 2 people apiece.
You know he's going to have an out some
absolutely.
word.
I don't trust him. I
Hey,
think you should take something off from now.
The other thing is he'll have his show again next Sunday. That gives us a week to get it dialed in.
Guys, I appreciate you. I'm about to mute you, Herman.
Are we going to end with a final commercial?
Yes, we're going to do this. We need a sponsor. We need to do the sponsor thing. Thank everybody for watching Sunday Nights with those guys. We appreciate it. Chocolate Mint, do like we said. Thank you guys for hanging. Mike Roche, Justin, Paul, Mike, that guy, Philly Drone Life. Thanks for coming in. Sunday Nights is sponsored by
those guys.
Thank you very much, guys. I'm going to end the show on that.